Michaela Aldrin, and welcome to the Strive Alliance community. I am the founder of Strive Alliance, and this is basically a community where I facilitate as a coach, taking my clients through the process of learning what the success principles are and how to effectively apply success principles in your life. And I focus specifically on in health, in terms of your health, your independence, and your success around that. And for me, health is something that I find very foundational in any great life. Anything that you want to do and succeed in, without your health, you can't really do it effectively. And also, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't feel good about how you feel in your body, how you feel in your skin, how you feel about how you're able to move around, it does affect your self-esteem, and that has a direct impact on your vibration. So in the work that I do, the scientific, if you want to get into the scientific side of it, we speak about vibration, the frequency that you want to be connected to. But if you want to get more into, it's basically there's different frequencies that we are connected to at any given time. There's more scientific explanation about it now, and those vibrational frequencies we're connected to has a direct impact on how we're able to attract the type of life that we want to attract. So we've heard about the law of attraction, we've heard of manifestation, or anyone in this space in any case would have heard about that, and you basically know about law of attraction and manifestation. But there's a very specific way to go about it. I remember when I first heard about the law of attraction, and I was on YouTube watching YouTube videos, reading up on it and so on. A lot of the advice that was being given there was basically, just think about what it is that you want and trust that it's going to work out and let it be, and then you will manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest. But that is true, but there's so much more to being able to apply that in your life. There's so much more to being able to actually get in to take the action step that's required in order for you to produce the results that you want to produce in your life. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you can go and check me out there. I've been putting updates about where I was in terms of how I've been feeling in my body and in my weight. I just recently gave birth to my second son, and I was at that stage where I was like, okay, I want to get back to feeling more like me. I want to get back to feeling, more vibrant, and I basically want to start fitting back into my pants, because I don't fit back into my pants at the moment. So I've been applying the system, the principles that I facilitate my clients through, that system and principles in my own life, in terms of achieving the health and wellness, the vibrancy that I'm looking to achieve, losing the baby weight. It's going well so far, I must say. It doesn't feel like, it feels like just part of life. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have to now do this thing now so that I can get to that weight, because there's this weight that I'm dealing with now. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like this is actually becoming more of a lifestyle type of vibe. Because I've been, my two main keys when going into this, number one, I do not want to be hungry, because I get hangry. I was like, I'm not willing to be hungry during this process. And also convenience was key, right? I've got two kids. I'm got a business that I'm working on, and there's life. So it has to be convenient. I don't want to be spending hours here in the kitchen busy cooking whatever, so that it can be a healthier option, so that I can get to the goals that I want to get to. And I've actually been finding, when you look for the things that you look for, you find what you look for, but you got to know what you're looking for to be able to find what you're looking for. Okay, so those were two important keys for me. And I've been finding that it's actually feeling more like a lifestyle change. I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, you know what, I actually think this is something that can be a lifestyle for me. It can be, and especially because my toddler's enjoying the salads and stuff. So what I do is, one of the things that I do for convenience is I keep salads in the fridge, salads that we enjoy, and it also lasts at least 3 days in terms of freshness and crispiness and whatever type of calories has been put in there, so that you can, when you want to snack, it's convenient to do so. So that's, one of the mechanisms that I'm adding into being able to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. But knowing to do that doesn't mean that you're going to do it, right? So that whole part of the whole part of completing that manifestation process is knowing what you must do, and you must do it. Because yes, things are manifested to us by this higher power that we are connected with. And yes, you're going to hear me speak about a higher power very frequently, because I believe in a higher power. And when you engage with me in the work that I do, in terms of coaching you in how to apply these spiritual and universal principles in your own life to generate the results that you want to generate in your life, just like I'm doing right now, applying those universal and spiritual laws in my life to achieve the health and wellness goals that I am longing to achieve. I actually haven't paid attention to my health and wellness since my first son, since after the birth of my first son. So it's been about 3-4 years, and now I'm like, okay, what do I actually want to experience? How do I want to feel in my body? What do I want to experience in terms of how I go about moving my body? And because this is what I'm operating with every single day. So I'm on a journey, and I'm also on a discovery process of I actually want this. And sometimes what I've noticed, what we tend to do is we say we want something because we're scared. If we say what we actually want, we're not going to achieve it. But the truth is that once you start making that movement to discovering, okay, what do I actually want here? And you try out something that you think is going to work for you, it opens up whether it does or doesn't work for you. If it doesn't work for you, then you at least know what you don't really like. And sometimes you even get guided on oh, okay, I'd actually like this, but a tweak of this. You can hear the background. Someone's busy renovating or fixing something. So please excuse that. But basically, that's why it's a discovery journey. You're not going to know all the answers, but you have an idea of where it is you want to be or what it is you're not happy about. And you want to now do some things to change that, because you're like, I am not, I was thinking also when I started this whole weight, I don't really say weight. It's more about how I feel in my body, how vibrant I feel, how energized I feel. It's all about that, not just the number. Okay. But yeah, let's call it weight journey. So I was on this weight and this wellness journey basically, because it always boils down to wellness journey. I was thinking, what is the best way to implement this? What is the best way to implement this without being too hard on myself? What is the best way to implement this without because we tend to beat ourselves up on why we can't do something and so on. And when you do this work with somebody, okay, when you do this work with somebody or with a coach or with someone who knows what's going on, what you're going to be experiencing, specifically in the container that you're going to be joining them on, it makes the process so much easier, because now you're not just winging it. And I've always previously heard people speak about containers. So there's a terminology used about containers. I was like, okay, now I understand so much more better on why the word container is used in the coaching industry. Because when you are doing something, when you're following some program, following some guidance, some support, some coaching, okay, you basically are within a container, in a structured container, to help facilitate the process for you to achieve the result that you want to achieve. Okay, and that container is what basically helps you achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. And I'm finding it so interesting because I'm in the container that I offer to my clients, and I'm noticing when there's certain things that happen, certain thoughts that I have, certain feelings that I have about not really, like, oh, maybe, that ice cream would be nice now, or, something that is not part of my eating plan at the moment, comes up and it sounds like it's a nice thing. Because I have tools, I'm within a container, within a structure that I'm working with, and I know how to apply the principles and the tools within the structure that I'm working with. It makes it so much easier to stay the course. Because at the end of the day, it's easy to start something. You do it for 1 or 2 days and you just go back to what it is you have been doing. But it's a whole other thing to start something and actually stay the course, even when it becomes challenging. And this is the same container, the same program that I used to actually start this business, to start Strive Alliance, to build this company. Because I knew nothing about business and building a company and, all the things that you learn on an entrepreneurship journey. I knew absolutely nothing about it. So it's the same container that I used to get into what I'm into now and to get as far as I'm into it right now. And also something that I actually enjoy, right? Also something that I actually discovering what it is I actually enjoy. Now with coaching, I'm not saying that this is the same program that I used to show me how to actually do the business strategies and so on necessary for the specific one level deeper what I've uncovered. So after using the program to uncover what it is I want to do, what direction I want to go into, how I want to go into it, and how to actually stay the course in that direction is not the same as actually buying a program to say how to actually set up the systems necessary for maybe an online business, or how to go about opening a store if you want to have a hardware store, if you want to open a florist store. That's another level, because I know when speaking to when I speak to some of my close friends and family, the topic comes up sometimes of, yeah, but then you don't realize how much coaches you actually need. That all depends on what direction you're going in. What coach you need actually depends on what direction you're going in. The type of coach I am is, in terms of health specifically, we apply the same principles, the same system. It's focused on health, because even though you can apply the system to any part of your life, and in my community there's 4 areas that you're always going to be working on for holistic wealth, and we work on holistic wealth when we work together. It's health and wellness, love and relationships, vocation, and your time and money freedom. But even though that's your whole life, that's the whole picture involved in there, you're only going to be working on one area at a specific time. And for me, health is so foundational. Because I've seen people who they're going down a road and they're starting to see success in maybe their vocation, and they're starting to generate the results that they've been looking to generate in, let's say, vocation, just to get stuck in the middle now, because now they're feeling bad about not feeling good about their bodies or how much weight they have on and so on. So it has an impact. Your health trickles down to everything. How you feel about yourself trickles down to everything. So getting to a point where you feel good about yourself, you have the energy, you have the vitality to do the things that you want to do, you have the energy and vitality to go for a specific whatever it is you want to go for in terms of maybe your career and so on. That's why health is foundational. But the system, the beauty of the system is that you can apply it to any part of your life. Just that if you're going to be working with me as a coach, we are going to be focusing on your health, right? That's the area of focus. So if you're one of those people who are like, you know what, I've been carrying this weight around and I'm ready to actually make a change about this. I'm not willing to carry this weight. And it actually, that's what I wanted to say earlier. I think my train of thought just went, is that I was thinking about, I just must gave birth to my son, and then I was thinking about, there's normally there's like minimum of 18 years you go spend with your children normally. Okay, that's like a benchmark. And I was thinking, for the next 18 years I've got a child, I've got this type of life ahead of me, right? Because they are gonna be involved in before they now move on to their own lives and their own homes and all of those things. There's gonna be that at least 18 years with my kids. And I was thinking, I'm not willing to, I'm not willing to not feel good about how I feel in my body and how I feel about my health any longer than I have to, or any longer it's required for the process. And my husband was like, yeah, but do you really want to be thin or what? So I was like, no, I don't want to be thin. I want to feel good. I know you don't see the problem, but I am seeing and experiencing what it is that I'm discontent about and what I'm longing for. And I don't see why I should settle in terms of this. Yes, there was times when my paradigm came up If you don't know what a paradigm is, let me know and I'll make a video on that to just discuss what a paradigm is. But I have mentioned it in one of my other videos as well. So if you follow me, you would know what a paradigm is. But also, when I had this paradigm coming up of what if you don't succeed in this? What if you don't do this? Because it's been a while since I paid attention to health and wellness in this way. There's actual focused attention on it. And also in terms of losing, I've never been at the weight that I was now with my second son. And I was like, okay, but I want to now get back to me. And my paradigm came up of like, oh, what if it doesn't work out and you're now going to be speaking about this to your audience and people are going to be seeing this, and what if it doesn't work out? And then it's out there. Those content, you said you're going to do it and it's out there. And the part of me was like, yeah, I hear that part of me speaking, but I was like, no, you know what? This is something that I want to at least try it for myself. I want to at least try it for myself. And if I don't succeed in it, at least I can just go back and see, okay, what didn't work right that caused me to not succeed in it. I'm not gonna just let it be. I'm not gonna just settle now because I feel what? Am I not capable enough of doing this? Am I not disciplined enough to do this? What is the issue here? If I don't achieve it. So I'm like, no, I'm going to share this process, and I think it's an ideal way for my audience to get in, to gauge what's actually going on in this process and what actually happens when you go down this program and this journey with me in my community, and what it could actually look like for you. So that was a shift that I had to make, but I also being able to recognize when a paradigm comes up is a skill, and being able to go through the process knowing, okay, this is what's going to happen when you get there. When that happens, this is why you need to apply a certain tool and so on. And that's the whole thing about coaching, because how else are you going to know about all of these things unless you want to trial and error it, and it takes so much more longer. Like I took my firstborn to the doctor because he wasn't well. And when I was thinking about going to the doctor, because we try to home medicate, especially we think it's the flu and you're going to just over-the-counter medication and so on. But he had 2 symptoms that I wasn't familiar with, and I was thinking to myself, instead of this, you could sit on the internet and try and figure out what the symptoms are and try and home medicate yourself, or you can just go to an expert, someone who sees these things on a regular basis, can quickly tell you what the problem is, give you the medication, and you can move on with your life. So I was like, you know what, who's got time to be sitting on the internet trying to figure these things out on your own? You want to get the process going. You want to get the process going quicker than it will take you to try and error to figure out, oh, this doesn't work, oh, that works, and so on, so that you can get to where you're going to much more quicker. That's the reason I have a business coach. What did I know about business before I got into business? What did I know about being an entrepreneur? What did I know about building a company? What did I know? What I know. If I haven't done something before, I don't know about it. And that's why you hire a coach. And yes, coaches do come at a price, at a premium, but because there's a lot of work that goes into trying and erroring for yourself. There's a lot of time that goes into it. I mean, I've been in this work for 5 years plus, if you now take into the, when I was reading up and just taking random books, because I was at a point when I started my journey, I was literally just taking random books that felt right because I didn't know where to start to get to where I am right now. But I was doing what I can, where I was, with what I had, and as I'm saying, it'll be 5+ years. But in being this active in it, okay, I'll give it 5 years. That's a lot of time and effort and trial and errors that I went through to figure out what works and what doesn't work, right? So you can go that route if you want to go that route. But if you're interested in applying this type of principles in your own life, that's why you hire a coach. And I've come and learned to appreciate coaches, because they'll teach you things that you're not going to learn in the school system. The school system is designed for this very set curriculum, but when you realize, listen, I want to move into this direction, and that's where coaches really, really, really come in handy. I started investing in coaches, really investing in having a coach in 2019, the year of my son. My son was born. My first high ticket priced coaching was but I get it. I get why it's so valuable. So that is what I wanted to come and share today. Thank you so much for joining in. If you're interested in finding out about whether this program that I facilitate my clients through, the program that I'm taking myself through right now, quite enjoying it actually. You think it's going to be work, and then you start going to something like that. It's not as bad as you thought it's going to be. But I am working with tools, I am working within a container, and I am applying the principles in my life to make the experience so much more better. So that is the key difference. Yeah, and if you're interested to find out about how this could possibly work for you, if it could work for you, if you would be a good fit for this journey that you would possibly embark on in terms of your health and wellness and where it is you would want to be versus where it is you are now, feel free to book a discovery call with me. The contact details are below, and we can, just see what's happening and get clear, like just get more clear about where it is that you would actually like to go. And that would be an opportunity for us to also see, okay, could this actually work for you? Could the system actually work for you? Okay, that's it from me. Thank you so much for listening up until the end. I will see you next time. Bye.